Hey guys, Immerse here. Welcome to Temple of Jade Serpent on a Resto Shaman. So I'm back on the beta, and before I continue, I just want to say I had to lower the graphics because I'm having a lot of problems with my recording software. It's chugging a lot. It's very, very frustrating. So I hope you guys don't mind the lower quality. It's the only way I could really make it work. Alright, so let's just jump right into the Resto Shaman and what he's about and what he's gained and what he's lost, and as we do in our little series here. Alright, so Earth Shield protects the target with an earthen shield, increasing the effectiveness of Shaman healing spells on that target by 20% and causing attacks to heal the shielded target for 3,581. 9 charges last 10 minutes. This effect can only occur once every few seconds. Earth Shield can only be placed on one target at a time. Only one Earth Shield may be on a target at a time, and only one of your elemental shields can be active on you at once. So we're going to be keeping this up on the tank. We're going to be always making sure this is up. Never let this fall off. It really, really helps. Alright, so moving on to Riptide. Heals a friendly target for 7,945 and another 22,506 over 16.69 seconds. Your chain heal spells are 25% more effective when their primary target is affected by Riptide. Now, chain heal without a glyph used to basically remove this, so this is a very, very good addition to Riptide. You no longer have to chain heal a secondary target just to keep your Riptide up. It's a very, very powerful addition for Resto Shamans. Heals a friendly target for 26,616 damage. Basically use this if someone is dropping way too quick and you need to keep them up, or they're below 50% health and they continue to drop. This is the fastest heal you have other than Riptide, which is instant. Healing Wave heals a friendly target for 17,735. When you heal someone other than yourself, you are also healed for 20% of the spell's effect. This is not part of the original spell. This is one of the glyphs I have. I'll go into that in a minute. Greater Healing Wave heals a friendly target for 32,282 damage. This is when you know someone's about to take heavy damage. You know they're going to drop. You can get a big heal off on them. This crits for quite a lot. So very, very powerful to use this, and a very, very powerful spell when it's used in the situation it is meant to be used in. Alright, so let's look at our passives. When you critically heal with a single target direct heal, you summon an ancestral spirit to aid you, instantly healing the most injured party or raid target within 40 yards for 30% of the amount healed. Very, very good. Burning Wrath. Fiery elemental energy emanates from the shaman, empowering all nearby party and raid members and increasing the spell bar by 10. Used to be a elemental shaman only ability, now it's a passive on every shaman. We're going to my talents in a minute. Grace of Air. Empowering winds swirl around the shaman, granting all nearby party and raid members 893 mastery. Very, very good. Increase your primary attribute by 5 while wearing mail in all armor. Elemental specialization intellect enhancement is agility, and restoration is intellect as well. Our mastery increase the potency of your healing spells by up to 52% based on the current health of your target. Lower health targets are healed for more, so very, very good. You retain 50% of your mana regeneration from spirit while in combat, so spirit is a pretty important attribute for us. And increase the effectiveness of your healing spells by 25% and the healing done by your water totems by additional 50. In addition, heals you cast increase allies' maximum health by 10% of the amount healed, up to a maximum of 10% of their health. This is very good when you're preventative healing. For example, if you're about to go in a fight, get Riptide up so it can just get the tank's health up. Reincarnation allows you to resurrect yourself upon death with 20% health and mana. And we have this one. While Water Shield is active, you recover mana when your direct healing spells have a critical effect. You regain 2,634 mana from your Healing Wave or Greater Healing Wave, 1,580 mana from a Healing Surge Riptide or Unleashed Life Critical, and 877 mana from a Chain Heal Crit. So, very important to keep your Water Shield up at all times. It now lasts for an hour, so does Lightning Shield. Spiritual Insight, increase your mana pool by 400% and increase your chance to hit with Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, Hex, and Flame Shock by 15. So for PvP Resto Shamans, we don't actually have to stack hit Not that we ever did, but if you guys were tired of your Hex missing or your Lava Burst or your Lightning Bolt, you would put hit on your gear so that wouldn't happen. We no longer need to do that. When you cast Chain Heal or Riptide, you gain the Tidal Wave effect, which reduces the cast time of your Healing Wave and Greater Healing Wave spells by 30% and increase the critical strike chance of your Healing Surge spell by 32 charges. So very, very good, especially if someone's dying very, very quickly. Just get a Riptide off and use your Healing Surge to crit. Alright, let's go into my talents. Nature's Guardian. Whenever a damaging attack brings you below 30% health, your maximum health is increased by 25% for 10 seconds, and your threat level toward the attacker is reduced. This effect cannot occur more than once every 30 seconds. Frozen Power, just to get people away from me, basically. Your Frost Shock now also roots the target in ice for 5 seconds. Totemic Restoration. When a totem is replaced or destroyed before its duration expires naturally, its cooldown is reduced in proportion to the lost duration up to a maximum of 50% of the full cooldown. Echo of the Elements. When one of your spells causes direct damage or healing, you have a chance to gain the Echo of the Elements, duplicating that spell's effect. This goes hand in hand with... where is it? With... Oh man, where is it? The one... I cannot find it for the life of me. It's the one that basically has a chance of healing... Where is it? Hang on guys, one sec, I gotta find this, this is gonna bother me. Right here, okay. When you critically heal with a single target direct heal, you summon an Ancestral Spirit to aid you, instantly healing the most injured party or raid member within 40 yards for 30% of the amount healed. Echo of the Elements really goes hand in hand with that. When one of your spells causes direct damage or healing, you have a chance to gain Echo of the Elements, duplicating that spell's effect. So these two are very, very powerful. I highly recommend this for Resto Shamans. Conductivity. When you cast Healing Wave, Greater Healing Wave, or Healing Surge on a target located within your healing range allies, within the healing range share healing equal to 20% of the initial healing done. If your Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Earth Shock, or Storm Strike damages an enemy standing in your healing range, allies within the healing range share healing equal to 50% of the initial damage done. So very, very powerful. And my glyphs. Glyph of Cleansing Waters. When you dispel a harmful magic or curse effect from an ally, you also heal the target for 4% of your maximum health, not theirs. Healing Wave. Your healing wave also heals you for 20% of the healing effect when you heal someone else. Very powerful for PvP and dungeons for AoE damage. Glyph of Spirit Walker's Grace. Increase the duration of it by 5 seconds. Again, powerful for PvE and PvP. PvP when you're running away, or if you have to keep moving with a flag carrier, or PvE where you have to move because you have something under you. Astral Recall. Reduce the cooldown by 5 minutes. Your Chain Heal now has a water reappearance, and you automatically gain Water Walking while you're in Ghost Wolf form. So though that's the passive, the core abilities, the talents, and the glyphs, let's get right into it. This is going to be Temple of Jade Serpent on a Resto Shaman on the Mr. Pandaria beta. And I will see you guys. Okay guys, and welcome back. Here we are in Temple of Jade Serpent on a Resto Shaman. First, our priority to get our Earth Shield up, and it's already up. I always keep my Riptide up just to basically have that dot up on the tank in case I'm healing somebody else like I am now. And out of range of this target, and he is way down there. Let's see if we can get there and save him in time. For some reason he decided to go a little bit further, and he's going to continue to go further. And again, just getting my heals up on the tank. Alright, they can't stand in that stuff right there. Going to use my Greater Healing Wave on the Hunter. Now I'm not quite sure what the Red Pally was thinking there. I am not going to leave the tank though. I'm a healer. I have to stick with the tank. Alright, so we're going to get a Healing Surge crit up on the Rogue. Alright, a little bit rough start, but no problem. Going to get our Earth Shield back up on the tank. And he res Sickness and left for some reason. Okay. Well, some people want to run dungeons their way, but don't want to do the specs involved, I guess. Alright, gotta save this monk right here that just does not want to move. along with my tank for some reason. Alright. This is going to be a very interesting run, guys. Alrighty, there we are. And our first Missa Pandaria BOE blue. Come on, tank, move already. Come on. Alright, gonna get some mana here. I didn't think I was gonna need some in this dungeon, but you know, you guys really gotta watch, you know, when you're doing a certain role, not to stand in stuff, or you gotta move during certain times. Always try and be a good DPS or a good healer or DP or tank, whichever one you are currently doing, and getting our weapon imbue up, which is our Earth Living, keeping our Earth Shield up on ourselves. Alright, a little bit of a rough start, but no problem. We'll continue flawlessly, I hope. So again, just keep your Riptide up. And once this happens, get your AoE out there if you want to. Gonna quickly get through this stuff right here. And we have our 4th DPS. Okay. And gonna get my Riptide up. There's a glyph of Riptide which reduces the initial healing done by 90%, but it no longer has a cooldown. I personally don't have that because I found the initial healing can save, has saved my groups a lot of times before. So I prefer to just keep the cooldown, and I mean it's not a big cooldown, 6 seconds, no problem. Alright guys, and let's talk a little bit about totems here. They're no longer on long term, they are on short term. What I mean by that is they're on cooldown basis basically. And for example, 45 second, 25 second, 5 minute, and 3 minute. And they all do something different. The ones I do have on my bar so I can have immediate use to them is my Manatide and my Spirit Link Totem. I think those are very important for Resto Shaman. I really think those are a necessity. And you really need immediate access to them. So I'm going to get my healing rain out here because people, for some reason, like standing in this stuff. I'm going to try and save the hunter here. Get a chain heal out here. Now, as you can see, just standing right in it. Alright, no problem though. We're on a Resto Shaman. Pretty easy heals. Very fun, very powerful. So our water totems has 2 major cooldowns we're going to want to take a look at, and that is Healing Stream Totem on a 30-second cooldown. Healing the lowest injured... heals the most injured party or raid member within 40 yards for 2,733 every 2 seconds. So very, very powerful totem. Definitely use it when you need it. Alright, gonna again try and save everybody here for setting this stuff. And getting my 75,000 healing surge up there. And I'm just gonna, with this group for this area, I'm just gonna keep a healing rain up as much as I can, just because they don't really seem too eager to move, so I don't have much of a problem with that. For our Earth totems, we have Earthbind, Tremor, and Earth Elemental Totem. Earth Elemental summons a tanking Earth Elemental that pulls aggro off tanks. You don't want to do that in fights that have a situational requirement. Like if a boss needs to be turned a certain way, you do not want to use that. Okay, using my chain heal bind on the live right there and accidentally clicking there. And right here we have Capacitator Totem, which stuns them after 5 seconds. Stun a area of effect stun and all enemies within 8 yards for 5 seconds. Very powerful. We have our Grounding Totem, which basically redirects the spell to this. If you have it glyphed, it can send the spell back to the attacker. I don't think I have that glyph right now. I would use it on a PvP Shaman for sure though. We have a Stormlash Totem that I'm going to use right now. It adds lightning damage to my party and raid members. And we have Spirit Link, which I'll read it to you in 1 second. Just gotta get everybody back up here. Laying down a healing rain as I'm standing in the stuff that I've been saying not to stand in. No problem though, just quickly moving out of that. And that's getting a little too close. Popping my Spirit Walker's Grace so I can cast while moving. Not a problem, guys. Very, very simple. Alright, getting our Earth Shield back up here. Okay. Again with the Healing Rain. Gonna get a Chain Heal out. Okay, boss is at 30%, so we can kind of start just trusting Riptide to do his job. Alright, so Spirit Link Totem. Summons an air totem with 5 health at the feet of the caster. The totem reduces damage taken by all party and raid members within 10 yards by 10%. Every 1 second, the health of all affected players is redistributed such that the player ends up with the same percentage of health of their maximum health. So it's very, very good during nuke phases for bosses. You can lay this down and you won't have much of a problem. So very, very powerful totem. Let's go to our Earth totems. We have Earthbind Elemental. Slows the movement speed of enemies within 10 yards. We have our Tremor Totem that can clear Charm, Sleep, Fear from everyone afflicted by the Tremor Totem. And our Earth Elemental Totem, which is a tanking Earth Totem, very powerful. Our Fire Totem is a Fire Elemental Totem, heavy AoE damage. Magma Totem, which is an AoE damage totem, and Searing Totem, which is a single target totem. And if you guys want to see the Magma, we can throw this down right now. And you're going to see a lot of damage pop up on my screen right now. Not too much, but if I was Elemental, it would be a lot more, I'm sure. And we have Searing Totem, which is just a single target totem with a cast time. And moving on to our most important totem class, our water totems. We have Healing Stream Totem. Let's get a healing right now here so I can read this. Summons a water totem of 5 health at the feet of the caster for 15 seconds. That heals the most injured party or raid member within 40 yards for 2,733 every 2 seconds. Very powerful totem during heavy AoE phases that you need to heal. And Manatide Totem summons a water totem with 10% of the caster's health at the feet of the caster for 16 seconds. Party and raid members within 40 yards of the totem gain 200%. Alright, let's save the tank here really quickly. There we go. Not a problem, guys. Very simple. Party and raid members within 40 yards of the totem gain 200% of the caster's spirit, excluding short-term spirit bonuses. So this is a mana regeneration totem. It no longer strictly regenerates mana, however. So always keep that in mind. It's just about spirit. And also giving classes like Boomkins and Shadow Priests a lot of hit, because spirit increases their hit due to a talent they have. Not a talent, a ability they have. So over here is going to get a healing right now because I know there's heavy AoE damage that's going to be coming. Get my Earth Shield back up on the target. And I'm going to get a big heal. 53,000 normal. And I'm going to use my healing wave right here. Not a problem. And we also have this. Unleash Elements. It basically unleashes your weapon imbues power. So for example, Earth Living. Unleashing this enchantment heals a friendly target for 6,704 and increases the effect of the Shaman's next direct heal by 30%. So very, very powerful. And as you can see right here, I'll hopefully crit with a healing surge. Alright, 48,000 normal though because I used it. Not a problem. Alright, very, very simple, very easy, very mana efficient class. Absolutely fun though. So right here we're going to help a little bit with the DPS once the boss comes, and we're going to lay down our Fire Elemental Totem on a 5-minute cooldown that's been reduced from the previous live version from 10, along with the Earth Elemental Totem, so very, very good. Alright. Get my Riptide up to build his maximum health up with Ancestral Vigor. And as you can see, anytime I heal him, his health gets gradually higher. Alright, this is a perfect fight to pop my fire elemental totem. Absolute perfect, because the AoE they're going to need here is pretty good just to down these guys quicker.
According to the legend, long ago there were 5 suns that burned brightly in the sky. When the winds blew, their intensity...
And Riptide ticks also keep the health increase, so that's very, very good also. So if you're switching between 2 targets to keep their health up, put Riptide on one and spam Healing Wave on the other. It's not a very mana. You know, it's very easy on your mana. Only 1,980, so that's very good. Alright guys, so right here we're going to pop our Fire Elemental Totem. And it's not going to be attacking, so we're going to attack and hope it follows. And for some reason it is not. Alright, there we go. Getting a healing rain out here. Well, I guess the Fire Elemental Totem is a shy Fire Elemental Totem just because it does not want to attack for some reason. But that's okay. Even over the Fire Elemental Totem, you do have to attack. However, I do not have any attack spells on my bar just because I don't really PvP on this Shaman. It's only the beta Shaman. On my real Shaman, I probably will. But, so we're just going to throw out a auto attack here. Once the boss comes, we'll actually Frost Shock it to the face. Alright, getting our our Earth Shield back up there. And the Water Elemental, Fire Elemental, oh my goodness, sorry guys. The Fire Elemental just decided to go away, so we'll get a Riptide up on the tank. We're going to use Healing Wave to heal both the tank and myself here through the glyph, and get a quick crit Healing Surge up on the rogue, the 2 rogues rather, and just to help with the dots we'll get a healing rain up. Riptide up on the hunter, get a crit Healing Surge up on myself hopefully, okay, or not. It's okay, we got Riptide again. And trying to save the hunter here. Just refresh the Earth Shield. A lot of tongue twisters for Wrestle Shaman, oh my goodness. Alrighty, that's us, boss. Moving on.
I am relieved to see justice served to his memory. You have my thanks, heroes. You have given peace to this sick.
So guys, just reminding you that all the specs you're seeing here are currently on the live version. The only thing in these videos that are not on the live version is the actual dungeon. So if you have any questions about the specs or anything like that, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below, message me, whatever. I can help as much as I can. And I really hope you guys are still enjoying these videos, even though these specs are on the live servers. I'm really enjoying running them for you guys. They're just a lot of fun. Really, just so much fun to run this dungeon on all classes, just to see how they compare to each other. Alright, so I'm going to get a healing stream totem out here. We're going to immediately get rid of the debuffs. Always, 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 as a healer, get the debuffs out of the way as quickly as you can. It is very, very, very important because debuffs, depending on what debuff it is, it can very much wipe a group. And it's very important to get them off all your friendly targets. Alright, the tank seems a little bit lost here. Alright, that's okay. The hunter is more than willing to help the tank find his way. Alright, 11,000 initial hit for healing rain. Very, very good. Alright guys, what are we doing right here? We're also keeping an eye out on the debuffs we need to get rid of. We also are going to get out of the purple stuff on the ground. And the rogue is, for some reason, looking in my general direction. Alright, there we go, he's back. Alright. Getting the Earth Shield back up on the tank. Getting a healing rain up there. Healing Surge. Crit on the Hunter for 63,000. And just because it's on a 30-second cooldown, guys, we'll get our healing stream out there just to do some of our work for us. Getting that debuff right off that rogue. Very important, guys. Practice that, because in this dungeon on the last boss, if you don't take care of the debuffs, you're not going to have a very fun time on the last boss. As I'm sure everyone who's played the beta or anyone who's watched this video have known. And moving out of here because I totally forgot about this boss. Remember, guys, don't forget about bosses. Alrighty. Thank you guys also so much for all the wonderful comments I've gotten and all the likes and the subscribers. I really do appreciate that. It really helps me, and I'm very, very grateful and appreciative for that. Thank you guys very, very much. Alright, gonna get a few chain heals out here. It's a lazy way of healing for AoE. That just lay down a healing rain, get your chain heals out there, no problem. And remember this talent, guys. Let me just quickly see here. Conductivity, healing wave, gritty healing wave, or healing surge. It will also be shared amongst all the allies, so very, very good to keep in mind. And you know, just our luck that the tank decided to fall out of our healing rain as soon as I'm about to cast my healing surge. No problem though, guys. Alright, gonna get another chain heal out there. Okay, he's standing on a lot of stuff right now. And we saved him. Okay, perfect. Gonna get a riptide up on the hunter, so I don't have to worry about the hunter for a little bit. Continue the healing wave. Alright, gonna get a heal up on myself here. There we go. One is all we need. And moving once again. Gonna get our Earth Shield right back up on the tank. Gonna get my... And the hunter is not moving. There we go. Alright guys, gonna get my mana tide up. My healing rain up. My riptide to save the rogue. And waiting for my healing surge to be ready. However, it is not, so I'm going to use healing wave also to heal myself. Alright. Just in the nick of time. Oh my goodness, I'm going to move before I pull. And sit down and drink. Also, tanks, DPS, if your healer needs mana, you really gotta wait, because if the healer doesn't have mana and you guys are taking heavy damage, obviously it goes without saying that it's not going to be pretty for you guys. So, you know, if you have to pull at least when the healer has half mana. That's a good level to basically survive one fight for the healer, but thank God this tank is waiting for all my mana. Alright, so again, just gonna wait to see how the fight plays out. Always gonna keep my riptide up though, get rid of that debuff immediately and follow up with a healing wave. Alright, and again they're not moving, so I am now gonna lay down my healing rain. Get rid of the debuff on the hunter, get a riptide up on the hunter. Alright, and again, 8-second cooldown, guys, don't forget. So really prioritize your dispelling, get it off the tank first, use second, and the DPS last, just because you can heal everybody, as you can see right here, with AoE, so you always got to try and prioritize your abilities and just really how you play any class, because it'll make your job easier. That's what it's all about, is making your job easier. Alright, getting a crit out. Alright, so right here I just basically missed my opportunity to show you guys a good example, because I just dispelled the rogue. But I could have dispelled the hunter here because it has 2 stacks, which I just did. So that's not a problem. I'm going to get my riptide back up on the tank, followed by a normal healing surge. I was waiting to see if it was going to be normal or crit. And remember guys, with our glyph here, we heal for 4% of their health every time we dispel something, so that's very, very important to keep in mind. If it only has like just, a few thousand missing, don't necessarily throw Riptide up. So I'm going to use this opportunity to grab a little bit of mana here. And the hunter decides to pull. And I don't know how this is going to work. Nonetheless, we're going to try it anyway. Get our heroism up there. Alright, get rid of the debuff as much as we can. Gonna get my healing rain out here now. Riptide up myself. Gonna stack on the tank right now. Get my healing stream totem out here, right here to help me. Again, get my healing rain out. Followed up by a... And the poor rogue is in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, the boss might even reset after. And this is actually a perfect example as to why you should not pull if you were not the tank. The tank wasn't ready, and it was a horrible example. Just, if you want to roll a tank, quite frankly, is my philosophy, and I really don't agree with DPS pulling. I have a lot of tanks. I'm a tank at heart. It's just not a DPS's place to pull. Leave it to the tank and the run will go smooth. And I mean, it's only making your life harder. There's really no point doing that. Let the tank pull and everything will go smoothly. So having said that, we're going to jump right back into the boss fight. Gonna get the Earth Shield back on the tank, get my Riptide up there. I'm going to be standing within my healing range, there's no point in standing out of it. Alright, so I now have the debuff, so I'm going to get that off, Riptide myself. And I'm going to get my Spirit Link up here, right here. There we go. With my healing rain, and I'm going to use my Chain Heal. Get all my party members back up there. No problem. Use my healing wave on the rogue. Alright. Get the debuff off of the rogue. My healing rain back out there. My healing stream totem out. Not a problem. Alright, using my heroism again. Just trying to help as much as we can with the DPS. Speaking of which, we'll get our fire elemental out here. Okay, get the earth shield back up here, followed by my manatide totem, just because there's so much to heal here. Alright, and what we're going to do again is stack on the tank. Absolutely no point not stacking on the tank like the rogue is doing right now. Alright guys, well, this is a perfect example of how a good healer can really make a difference in a decent group, shall we say. Get rid of the debuff as quickly as we can. That thing absolutely annihilate groups if it's not dealt with immediately. Okay, my earth shield is about to fall off. I'm going to use my unleash elements for a riptide on the tank, because I believe the periodic effect is also affected by the unleash elements. So again, get rid of the debuff, get a healing rain out there, get my healing stream totem out there. I'll probably start calling this my little buddy just because it helps so much. Alright, so the boss is at 11%. We're entering our final shadow phase. We're not going to risk anything. We're going to get a healing rain out here right now, followed by a riptide on the hunter. And a healing wave on the hunter, a healing wave on the rogue. Alright, again using my keybind right there, my keybind for the live version, which I do not have on the beta. Alright, gonna get a crit, hopefully. Alright, so I'm completely out of mana, and just in time. There we go. So guys, that was it. That was Template Jade Serpent on Restoration Shaman. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The run was a little bit sloppy, but we got through it, no problem. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. It would greatly help me, and as always, happy hunting. Thank you.